Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a super juicy, extremely tender short rib recipe at home. And I know what you're thinking, can it be as good as the restaurants? Well, let me tell you, it's going to be 10 times better. I promise that. Look at how tender that is. Woo! The first thing you want to get is to gather all your ingredients before you cook. That's going to help you cook a lot easier and a lot faster. Imagine you're halfway down to the recipe and then you can't find your beef stock or your tomato paste. So what do you gotta do? You have to stop, then you have to go walk to the cabinets, you have to grab them, come back, and sometimes you lose your mojo. Okay, now with that being said, let's talk about the vegetables. We're gonna go ahead and be using 3 different types, which we're gonna use your yellow onion, celery, and carrots. This right here is also called mirepoix. Now we have to infuse a little bit more flavor, so we're using some thyme, some fresh garlic, beef stock, and some red wine. A lot of people ask me, what type of red wine should I use? And the only thing I can tell you is whatever you enjoy drinking, go ahead and buy that. It doesn't have to be super expensive and it could be cheap. It's completely okay. Now for the final 2, we're gonna do a little tomato paste because that's gonna give you a lot of depth of flavor and a little bit of flour. This is gonna help your sauce thicken while it reduces. Obviously, we can't forget about the main ingredient, which is the short ribs. I'm using the bone-in ones, but if you can't find these and you find boneless, dude, go ahead and buy them. They're still super delicious. In my opinion, the only difference of taste is about like 10%. Now, let's get into the cooking. The prepping for this dish is extremely easy. All you have to do is to be able to do big dices on your onions, on your celery, and on your carrots. Now, the reason we want to make them big and not small is because we're only going to use this to flavor the broth. We're not actually mincing them and having it part as a dish. It's only to infuse more aroma and flavor. For the next step, all we want to do is season your short ribs. And the way we season it, we're going to keep it super simple. It's going to be salt and pepper on both sides. We're only adding salt and pepper because we want to be able to taste the meat, not a bunch of spices. I know a lot of people don't have Dutch ovens, so I'm going to show you how to do it with the regular pot and still get the same exact results. We're going to heat up your pan and then we're going to add enough oil to cover the bottom. Once your oil is super hot, we're going to place down your short ribs and we're going to cook them for about 2 minutes on each side. You want them to be nice and golden brown. If you want your short ribs to be really nice and seared, you can press them down just like this. That's going to create more contact, making sure that it gets seared more evenly. Now, once your short ribs are golden brown, we're going to go ahead and remove them. There is a difference between being golden brown and then burnt. Now, to the same pan, we're going to go ahead and add all of your vegetables, a little garlic, and we're going to continue cooking these for about 3 to 4 minutes. What we're looking for is a nice golden brown. Remember, the darker it becomes, the more flavor it has. By the way, how are you doing today? At this point, we can go ahead and add our tomato paste, and then we're going to go ahead and cook it for about 2 to 3 more minutes. We want to make sure that we cook any raw tomato flavor. Now we're going to do our roux, so we're going to add the flour, and then we're going to cook this for about 2 more minutes. The roux is going to help your sauce get really nice and thick the longer it cooks. If you don't cook your flour for about 2 minutes, when you have the sauce, you're going to have that raw flour taste. And trust me, I don't want that. Now we're going to add all of your red wine, and then we're going to follow it right away with your beef stock. While you're putting your beef stock, you want to make sure that you start stirring this around so it doesn't get lumpy because it does have the flour inside. Then we're going to bring this to a quick boil, and we're going to add all of your short ribs right inside. Add some fresh thyme, and then we're going to cover and simmer for about 2 hours. You can also do this in a Dutch oven, a crock pot the night before, or I think it's called like those pressure cookers. I don't have one, but I know that that cuts the time in half. Now, after 2 hours, you're going to have one of the most tender short ribs ever. Now, for the best part, we have to do the taste test. And yes, I know what you're wondering. Is it tender? Well, you tell me. Well, let's give this a try. The short ribs were nice and tender and extremely juicy. Because we were able to braise this for a few hours, it just made it so tender. So tender, in fact, that it just falls off right off the bone. Now, the sauce that we did with the beef stock, the tomato, and the red wine gives it a really deep flavor, enhancing everything together. Now, you can do it like me and use mashed potatoes, regular potatoes, or even broccoli. Now, with that being said, don't forget to hit that follow for more easy and delicious recipes just like this one. And if you want more ideas on what to cook next, go ahead and click this video right here. Now, until next time, it was literally that simple.